Greetings, Goddess Body Mind Spirit community. This is your Goddess Guru, Omilade, here to share a word of inspiration for you on your path to self-mastery and self-realization. Today I want to talk about this, the body. The body is that part of ourselves that some days all I can say is just wow. It's a beautiful thing. You know, I just recently took a certification to be a certified group fitness instructor, and we had the opportunity to revisit the wonder and glory of the human body. We truly underestimate the magnificence of our bodies. We have the body. It's so much a part of our identity and our experience in this physical realm that we don't take the time really to even get to understand it, much less truly appreciate it for what it is. What would we do if we really had to be in charge of thinking about what our body is doing? We couldn't do it. What a wonderful thing this body is, that it has been designed in a way to help us be able to not even have to think about how it operates. We don't have to think about if it gets ill, how to get it back well. I mean, a lot of times our body just does what it does to get us back to health, especially if we're taking medicine. The medicine is not making us healthy. It's just making us less uncomfortable. True healing comes from the body doing what it does. We don't have to think about it. You know, what a gift that we don't have to be so highly focused on our bodies that we can just focus on other things. And so I guess that's a good segue into my point for the day. And that is how, to a certain degree, on some level, we're very checked out from our bodies. We're not fully in tune, in touch with nothing when it comes to our bodies. Though we are very checked into our ego, which is attached to this identity that we are born with, that we assume, that we construct, and that we live as if, you know, that's it. That's who and what I am, which is just so not true. This is an aspect of who and what we are. This is the part of us that allows us to come in and have a physical experience. On another level, our bodies get us in trouble. And we get so enmeshed in the human experience that we start experiencing complications. We start experiencing things going on in our physical body that actually hinder our ability to develop and to grow. I'll give you an example. Me. I have always been into health and wellness. I was born to be that way. Even before it was a fad or more common to hear people talk about eating healthy and exercising, at 10 and 11 years old, me and a neighbor, we were on diets. We didn't know what we were doing, but we were dieting and we would get together and exercise. Candace, if you ever see this video, girl, we were trailblazers, okay? We were ahead of our time down in Mississippi. Anyway, so it's always been a part of what I do. When I went off to college, I gained that beautiful freshman 15. How did I get rid of it? I got up early in the morning and I would go and exercise, and I changed the way that I ate. That's at 19 years old. I mean, that's in the late 90s. I was into fitness and health and wellness. By the time I was in my early 20s, maybe mid-20s, I was vegetarian. I was radical. And then I had children, and have always had it on my mind to do right by my body. But just lost my way. I feel it's a part of my destiny. It's maybe perhaps a part of your destiny, and that's why you're watching this video. And so I really have become over the years, I'm in my mid-40s. I started having children at 30. In my mid-40s, just between these times, having periods, extended periods of not being tapped in and in tune with caring for my body. I just made another video today talking about how not being tuned in enough, being too zoned out, not caring too much about what I ate. Maybe I get exercise in on this day, but not on that day. Knowing full well what to do, but just too stressed, too caught up in my own pity party to be fully present for self-care and watching out what I'm going to eat. Well, what ended up happening for me this last time, because age will catch up with you, and I'm young. I'm 46. The old people tell me I'm young every day of my life, so I'm still young. However, what I'm finding out is that my 40s are saying to me, you can't continue to abuse yourself. If you do, you will go downhill. And so I've just gotten to these places where I am so messed up in my body that my mind, my spirit, everything is off. And so, whether it's you're too checked out from your body, or you're way caught up in the human drama of bodily things, and it's causing you to get in your own way because health issues begin to ensue. So for me, this latest issues has always been me teetering on the verge of some weight crisis. That's always something. My weight is always telling me what is off or what I'm doing very well at. Well, I decided, I guess, I needed to take it a step higher to get awake, to have a reality check. Because it's very disturbing for me that my body and what's going on in it can get in the way, so much so that I lose my intuitive ability, or that it's depressed. I never lose it, but it's depressed. And to get it up, I've got to do all these things to get myself open intuitively. Or my body and what's going on inside of it is getting in the way of me doing my spiritual work. I'm dragging so much. I can barely even think of my prayers. I can barely, do the rituals that I know open me. That's the issue that I dislike the most about not taking care of this to the point where it gets in the way. So for me this time, it's been adrenal fatigue. And so I'm self-diagnosed. Let me just say that. I do know other people who've gotten diagnoses. My life rolls with me doing my own self-diagnoses. We know what's wrong with us. And so the good news is adrenal fatigue is a lifestyle issue. And so all the doctors would have done was tell me what I read in my book, which for me, I've loved reading The Adrenal Reset Diet by Christianson is his last name. Also for my sisters out there, woman code, okay? Hormones. I want to become a hormonal expert. I did not realize how important hormones are. And that's why I say most of us don't know anything about this. Take a nutrition course. It will open your eyes. It will help you make choices that will keep your body in a place that keeps your spirit open, your mind open. And then you're able to move in a way that is, a straight and narrow to your destiny. And so we can't let the body get in the way. Another area that I think is important, because I've met a lot of people who eat very well, but they're still jacked. We all have our cross to bear, okay? So while some people eat very well, it isn't so much the physical body, but perhaps it's the emotional body. That is a huge, big deal in another video altogether. But if you're watching this video and you're like, I do well with the eating, I do well with the exercise. So all my friends out there who are smallish, if you're not exercising, you need to exercise. I know so many spiritual gurus who say, you got to exercise. That's why yoga is so big. It's really the asanas. It's the physical, take care of the physical part of the body, portion of yoga, the yogic path. And so we have to exercise. I don't care if you're thin, you must exercise for your spiritual health too, for your mental health, for your emotional health. But if you are doing a great job with the eating already and you're exercising, then perhaps you need to work on your hormones, and in particular your emotions, because they are very much related. Some of us, it's a hormonal thing and it's an emotional thing, and until we get that in check, guess what? we're not doing our rituals. We are zoning out. We are completely out of alignment with our highest and greatest good, with our true identity. So that's just something I want to put out there as food for thought. Is your body getting in the way? Are you checked out and not taking care of your body? Are you abusing your body? Do you know what you need to know to make the right choices? Educate yourself. And where that slips and falls, if life doesn't catch up with you and sock you a good one, which for me that has been adrenal fatigue, that has rocked my world, and I'm slowly but surely working my way out of adrenal fatigue. But if you want to stop it before you get socked. But where all of that may not be for you, the next step would be your emotions. You need to detox your body from emotions, and so much of what we have to do when it comes to self-care, because there's so many levels and different ways of self-care. Maybe you have to change up the way that you eat. Even for those who are eating healthy, you cannot eat the exact same way all the time. We are dynamic beings. We must change the way that we eat. We must eat a lot of variety, okay? So where you're doing good with the eating and you're getting in the exercise, then you got to detox your emotions. So just putting out there something to think about on your path to self-realization and self-mastery. We don't have to live with less than. I am Omi Lade, your goddess guru, hoping that this video will inspire you to take a look at what you need to do to make this better, so that you are living more fully from here, and that you are really awake and in tune spiritually there. I wish you a wonderful day. Blessings of the goddess be upon you. Peace and love and health.